I've been building SaaS now for 5 years, and here are 5 things I wish I knew at the start. I did a talk on growth hacking a few weeks ago in the heart of Stockholm, Europe's answer of Silicon Valley, you could say. You have a bunch of cool startups coming from here like Legora, Tandem Health and Lovable. Anyways, I got this question and it got me thinking, right? Here are the 5 things that would have helped us succeed faster and grow our startup faster. I'm the founder and CEO of B2B SaaS called Univid. We built a webinar platform to create engaging webinars in 60 seconds. The first one is ship fast and keep doing it. I think this was actually something we did quite well early on. We worked very closely with our first partners and event firms and really developed a solution together with them that would please their customers, ship as fast as possible and just keep on iterating on the feedback that you get. And when I mean ship fast, it's like ship the same day or the same night type of fast. They're often very used to IT taking a lot of time, working with big companies where you have a lot of promises that end up in some roadmap that never see the light of day. So really impress them and show that you can deliver. That will change their world and perception, and they will want to work with you. Also, you will get some nice word of mouth out of this. The second one is double down as fast as humanly possible on what works and just cut all the rest. I think this one is hard to implement. There is a lot of noise and distractions out there. If you try to do it all, you will end up with nothing or a very mediocre growth or product. This applies whether you work with growth hacking, sales, or finding your new ICP, or even developing a new skill. Don't go out over the bridge to find new, greener grass. The grass ain't always greener on the other side. Find what works and just keep digging there. I found using both a North Star metric really helps. For us, it's been the number of events on our platform. So essentially, make everything humanly possible to move that metric, and you will see the MRR and other SaaS KPIs follow. And remember, execution is everything. So don't try to just build a good product and hope people will come. And it's often better to make decisions, even though they might not be the right one. Just become an executor that makes quick decisions. Remember. And then pivot as you make the wrong ones sometimes, instead of just waiting for that perfect information and decision that will never come. And if you have really important decisions, make sure to sleep on them. Don't make decisions when you're hungry or really tired. Third one is dare to fail hard. So in VC, it's obviously about fast growth and really pushing the gas and going to either the skies, becoming a unicorn, or go to zero. But especially when you're young, you will learn so much if you even go into startups, but also by fearlessly experiment and move fast. That will expose you to failing, something you should be comfortable with and dare to do. It becomes harder as you become older, and then obviously having FU type of money will definitely help you on this. If you don't have it, try to get at least as much money that kind of makes you comfortable in spending, let's say, 6 or 12 months to be able to kind of fail during those months and really experiment as much as you can. Also, building in public here helps if you can, and both sharing wins, fails, F-ups, and all of that. Just dare to be transparent and very open. Usually really good stuff comes from that. And actually I put out a video about that, 10 ways to build in public, and I would really recommend you to check it out. Fourth one is building stuff your way. It's okay to not go for hyper growth, even though you see all the big headlines in the big newspaper. It's easy to kind of fall into traps of trying to fulfill someone else's goal, whether it's maybe a co-founder that's not aligned with you, maybe an investor or a VC. They have their own interest. They don't care about your company often going to zero. They rather see you just push as hard as possible for different outcomes that might not benefit you as a founder. Don't raise money because you should. Don't hire a bunch of people because someone told you. Don't try to build a unicorn because everyone else are chasing that mini percentage dream. And also remember to take advice with a grain of salt. Just like my advice in this video, like what type of incentives do I have to share this? Well, I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel, obviously, and provide as much value as possible. And I don't have a stake in your companies. I can be pretty transparent with just whatever I say that comes from my lessons. But if you have advisors that earn money on spending time with you, or different investors, etc., think about what their incentives are and try to talk with a lot of different people, and you will can form your own opinion and grow in a way that is beneficial to you as a founder. And people love to give advice also that maybe haven't been in the trenches themselves. They put on their suit and go to a corporate job and spend all their life in a kind of mid-sized or large org. It's hard to relate to the problems you're having early on when the fires are burning everywhere and you kind of have to solve some pretty like company changing problems very early on. And a profitable SaaS company is truly an asset. The magic of SaaS is obviously the huge kind of valuations that you can get in terms of multiples to your recurring revenue. Just to get to a point where you're profitable and then build from there with your own cash flow is kind of a magical box, which the magic box paradigm talks about as well with Ezra Royson, a book I definitely recommend you to check out if you're into kind of startup exits and finding out what the kind of goals can be at the end of the day. Also, number 5, the last one here, and the one that is, I think, really, really powerful, is to aim to get 1% better each day. This one is from the Atomic Habits book. It talks about how to build habits that compound over time. Mistakes are okay, but repeating them are not. So really try to just improve a bit day by day in all that you do and build out systems. That will really help you to build a long-term sustainable business, whether it's like with SEO or solving technical solutions, learning new skills or outsourcing. And an example of doing this is, for example, build your own workflows. For example, in N8, I built a bunch based on like if someone books a demo, they'll automatically get a bunch of pre-demo questions in their inbox that they can answer before the demo and automate away a lot of the work essentially. 4-Hour Workweek is another book recommendation here that really talks about working smarter and not harder. I just came home from 1 month in Bali. I worked still quite a bit, so not the 4-hour work weeks, but it was a huge kind of win to experience being able to remotely work from anywhere in the world and see that we actually had the best month ever in terms of ARR growth. So essentially just it's not a good thing to work 80 hours weeks. Maybe you feel productive, but that's not the end goal. It's to build assets that work without you. And that is also what, going back to kind of the magic box paradigm, that's what makes like companies that are really valuable to acquirers. Companies that can work without you. You could run the kind of vacation test going away for a month and see if your business is still there. It probably won't if you're heavily reliant on you working those 80, 100-hour work weeks. But if you have automated a lot, outsourced, hired, etc., your business is likely to be there, and then it's often really, really valuable in terms of multiples when you exit as well, because it's something that can live on with the acquirer and generate cash for them without a lot of pain. So these were 5 learnings from 5 years of building SaaS. Hopefully they can help you execute faster and build a business of your dreams. Get ready and strap in. It's a marathon, so really just try to take those steps every day and become 1% better. Look up every now and then and look at the final goal. What are you building, and is that the dream you want to get for you or for someone else? And never stop pushing forward. I would also really recommend, if you're building and trying to grow a SaaS, to check out the Growth Hacking Reddit book. It's my first book and it's now sold in over 10 countries and helped growth hackers, founders and marketers grow their SaaS faster. Feel free to follow me on LinkedIn and here on YouTube to learn more about my process of building public and building a world-class SaaS company to 2 million ARR on 2 people. See you in the next one.